So the other day on one of my live streams, someone asked me what my favorite Cambodian dish is, and this might be it, even though it's not actually Cambodian. Kho Sach Chrouk Chmoy Pong Mun, or Thit Kho in Vietnamese. This is a very popular Sino Khmer dish that's normally made for the holidays like New Year's, but I eat this all the time because it's super easy to make and very delicious. As always, full instructions and list of ingredients are listed down below in the video description. The main ingredients for this dish are actually very easy to find in any grocery store. You might have some trouble sourcing pork belly. I know I do occasionally, but basically we're gonna need some eggs, meat, either some kind of fatty pork like pork shoulder, or chicken works as well. We're going to need some bamboo shoots. I actually prefer the fresh bamboo tips versus these canned bamboo, but use whatever you have access to. And then we're also going to need a can of coconut water. We're going to start by hard boiling some eggs. I'm using 7 here, but the more the merrier. You can use as many as you can fit in your pot, but my technique is super simple. I take the eggs, stick it in a pot of cold water, bring it up to a boil, cover it, turn off the heat, and let it sit in there for 15 minutes, and you get the perfect hard-boiled egg every single time. Pro tip, once your eggs are done cooking, immediately put them into cold water. This helps them peel much easier. Alright, now on to the next step, which is going to be making our caramel sauce. I'm putting about a 1/4 cup of sugar into a pan here. We're going to turn up the heat to around medium high. And then I'm going to add in about a 1/4 cup of water. We're going to cook this mixture very slowly. Do not leave, because if you leave, it'll burn. Trust me. Just sit there and watch it turn into this nice golden brown color. And once it starts to cook down a bit, it goes really fast. So trust me, don't leave. You want to get it to this color and consistency, just like a nice mahogany brown color and a very syrupy, thick consistency. Once our caramel sauce has reached the desired color and consistency, you're going to add in your protein. Again, I'm using pork belly here. You can use pork shoulder. You can even use chicken, like chicken thighs. And I believe some people also make it with beef or fish even. Next, we're going to add in our crushed garlic. You can use anywhere between 3 and 6 cloves of garlic, depending on the size and how much you like garlic. I'm also going to add in my black pepper. Freshly ground black pepper works best. I actually like to take whole peppercorns, roast them in a pan, and then crush them in a mortar and pestle. I feel like the roasting gives it a little bit of extra depth, and crushing it in a mortar and pestle releases all of those essential oils that are trapped inside of the peppercorn. Just try it sometime. It's really good. And from here, we're going to cook this over a medium-high heat until all your pork pieces get that nice caramel color all over them. You don't need to cook them all the way, just get that color on the pork, maybe get some caramelization happening in the pot. And of course, this isn't Cambodian cooking if you don't add in your Golden Mountain soy seasoning. This is optional, but I love Golden Mountain seasoning sauce, so I pretty much put it in everything. Next, we're going to need some fish sauce. I'm using the 3 Crabs brand. This is the best brand, totally not sponsored. And again, all of the ingredients and instructions are listed below. I did put quantities there, but you need to adjust the seasonings based on your taste. You may not want that much Golden Mountain soy. You may not want any. Maybe you want it to be more fish saucy. Maybe you want this to be sweeter. Taste the dish, adjust as needed based on your taste and your family's taste as well, because you're not going to eat this all by yourself, right? And speaking of sweetness, now we're going to add our sugar. I'm using brown sugar here. I actually normally use white sugar, but you can pretty much use whatever sugar you have on hand, except for fake sugar like sweeteners or stevia or anything like that. I don't think honey would work either. You want to stick to sugar, like palm sugar, white granulated sugar, or brown sugar. Any of those would work. And again, we're going to mix this all up until all of our sugar and sauces get all mixed in really well. Remember, once you're done stirring, you want to smack your ladle against the side of the pan really loud and annoyingly like this. Let this simmer for a little bit. Make sure you go in really closely and get a nice whiff of that, just because it smells so good. Look at that. Doesn't that make you hungry? Now we're gonna add in our bamboo shoots. I'm using canned bamboo shoots that you can find in the international aisle of any major grocery store. I do prefer the bamboo shoots, the fresh bamboo shoot tips that you can find at the Vietnamese or any Asian grocery store, usually in those big bins. Those taste better, but these canned bamboo shoots work fine. They just, you know, they kind of lack that bamboo flavor and they're more textural than bamboo-y. Is that a word? Bamboo-y? I wonder if bamboozled comes from that word. Anyway, we're going to mix everything up really well here, making sure that you shake your pan violently and take your ladle and smack against the side of the pan again so that everybody knows that you're a professional cook and you mean business here. Next, our coconut water is going to go in. You can use any brand here. I like to use this cheap Goya brand, but if you're Gucci, get some of that Rihanna coconut water. It's probably not going to make it taste any better, but you're Gucci, you don't care. You want the best of the best, so go get yourself some of that overpriced coconut water and have at it. Okay peeps, home stretch, we're almost finished. Take your hard-boiled eggs and peel them very carefully, taking care not to mess up your eggs because no one wants to eat an egg that looks like the surface of the moon. And one by one, we're going to take our freshly peeled egg and place them into our pot strategically so that the eggs are all evenly distributed within the pot. And I'm kind of letting this play out because I want the full monetization for the video, so if you're a friend, just let it play. If not, just go ahead and jump to the next timestamp. So what are you guys up to for New Year's? I don't think Lebanon's having theirs, so most likely we're just gonna hang out at like my mom's house or my brother's house or maybe Nick's house or something. Maybe I'll go live, even though I know some of you don't like the live streams. That's okay, you don't have to watch it. Nobody's forcing you to watch it, so I don't know why you keep commenting that I should stop doing the live streams. I'm gonna keep doing the live streams because I like doing the live streams, and YouTube likes when I do the live streams, Mike likes when I do the live streams, Kiara does, Minnie does. But anyway, once you've got your eggs in the pot, you can cover it and let it cook for about 30 to 45 minutes. And once it's done cooking, you can actually shut off the heat and just let it sit in there for as long as you want. This is one of the dishes that you can make ahead of time, and the longer it sits, the better. But once it's done cooking, we're gonna top it with some scallions and maybe a little bit more black pepper, and that is pretty much it. The dish is done.
Most likely doesn't know what we're saying and just goes along with it.
She can feel people's soul and spirit.
But like, isn't that so weird? Like
She trusts us.
This is like
It is
a great grandchild of like a wild.
Is my voice really annoying?
No, it's beautiful.
Because when I listen to it on the computer,
That's how it always is. When you listen to your own voice,
annoying.
when you listen to your own voice, it sounds like nasally.
No, I don't think I sound nasally.
Oh,
I think
that's
I
just
sound
me.
high pitched and squeaky.
Yeah, nasally.